also come back.
Oh. Okay, I like that.
야, 애월 소리가 너무 작다, 그쵸? 야, 말아! 진짜로 진짜.
You know what's happening with these?
I think that's how it should look, because it's supposed to be like a little crack like that.
Oh. Oh my god, I'm so scared.